Jimmie Johnson, I thought he was going to make a
Kurt Busch goes around.
And that's exactly what we're talking about.
And that's what happens. There's nothing you can do right there. You know, and the 48 was out there. He stuffed it in there. Kurt almost needed to roll out of it. But at this late point of the race, you can't roll out of it.
But that's a deal. When you're on the outside like that, you are asking for trouble.
You see Jimmie come at you. Watch Jimmie's car when it hits the curb. Boom. The car sets to the right, then comes back to the left. And as it sets and comes back, Jimmie's just hanging on.
That's a hard call to make for the two to let off the gas there.
No, you're right. The two should not have let off. That's a bad call on Kyle Petty's part right there.
They all gave it back to him.
Look at Jimmie Johnson.
Jimmie Johnson and Kurt Busch.
I don't think Kurt knew that Jimmie was there. Kurt was trying to get away to the inside and clear the 83 car, and just Jimmie was there.
Oh, more contact, more paint rubbing, and Jeff Gordon dives to the bottom to try to avoid it all.
That looked like a comeback to me.
Kurt's got a tire rubbing right now.
Yes, he does.
That's gonna be big right now.
Still out there.
Oh, and is that Boyer in the 33 with Keselowski in there too, and Keselowski goes all the way to the wall.
No, I felt like we had a good 8th to 12th place car. That's where our car's been running, and just needed to work on it, get it better. And the 48, you know, we got run into at Sonoma, we got run into again. Starting to lose faith in his ability to be a 3-time champion on the track.
Heck, I don't even know. I think the 24 got inside of me and got me loose because he was on new tires, and 2 and I touched, and he body slammed me after that.
Here he comes off at turn 4.
Checker flag. Jimmie Johnson scores his 50th career Sprint Cup win.
Yeah, we were solid all day. We just got beat at the end on luck of the draw on restarts. That's what our sport's about. It's just random luck on which lane's going to go, but I don't know. I'd rather lose to any other 41 cars out there than this 48 car. I thought we had him beat. I gave it my heart today, but to come up short, it's all right. We did good at Bristol. I'm happy to have Steve Addington on my team. He's really making me believe the Busch brothers can't drive. It's all about Steve Addington. So a great day for our Miller Lite Dodge. It's a shame we didn't bring it home for a victory. We're really good here at Bristol. We're not so good at Martinsville. So, hey, it's all right to finish third.
Jeff Gordon may have something to say about this race before the day's over with, though, the way he got that restart.
Jimmie Johnson outstanding in practice here yesterday. Kurt Busch with contact, the bump and run, new leader. The Blue Deuce out in front.
7 to go.
And
That's what I'm talking about.
That is boys have at it racing right there. There is nothing wrong with driving down in the corner, getting a guy a little bit out of shape. That's a classic Darrell Waltrip, Dale Earnhardt, whoever you want to say move.
You just want to get gone right now because you do not want the 48 back on your bumper at any time between now and
bounced
this race.
off the wall.
That was a pretty good hit off the wall right there that we saw. But you're exactly right. Once you make that bump and run, you put the bit in your mouth and you never look in the mirror again, man.
Johnson reeling him in every lap.
And it's
coming. Here it is. It's gonna happen.
Johnson has won 4 times this year, including a week ago. 2 victories in 2010 for Busch. Repay, a little contact in the corner.
Same place.
You just do it.
And look here. Look at the 14 right here in the mirror. Just hoping these guys do it.
2 laps to go. They're side by side at the stripe. Into one. Jimmie Johnson the advantage.
But I tell you, Kurt's not giving an inch right here.
Well, and this is really hard right there because Jimmie couldn't make the pass and slide up in front of him. Now he clears him.
New race leader, Jimmie Johnson out front with a lap and a half to go. Those the top 3 cars.
Look at this 14 right here, just digging on the inside.
Tony Stewart, who started deep in the field, he's making a late race rally, battling Kurt Busch for second. White flag has gone out. Final lap at New Hampshire.
Tony got a little loose. Look at him wash up the racetrack into the 22 right there.
Smoke off of turn 2, able to slide in front of Kurt Busch. He now has the runner-up spot. Jimmie Johnson pulling away. For the 52nd time in his career, he's going to try and claim the checkers, and he's going to do it back-to-back. A win last week at Sonoma. Today, he does it in the Granite State. Johnson wins.
Keep the camera.
Look at Jimmie.
Yeah, right there. We could keep both these battles in this shot. Great job, guys. Down the stretch. Look out. Trouble. Kurt's into the wall. Boyer Sadler's in it as well. And Kurt's getting the worst of it.
Like a little bump drafting going on right there and trying to gain the advantage. Looked like the 48 got into the back of him a little bit.
Boy, he almost came back out onto the track right there, and there is the view as Kurt takes the wheel off.
Man, look at this car.
Oh, man, further back, Elliott Sadler. And look at this. Gosh. The engine is out of this thing.
Oh, my gosh. Well, that's the whole suspension. It's like the front part of the front suspension.
The window net is down for Elliott. He's got the helmet off already. That is the best news.
You can see he is
in some pain. Oh, man. I hate to see this. Look at the front of that car.
The engine completely out of the car. I can't remember the last time I saw one like that.
Kurt has climbed out. Well, I have to be honest with you. The last time I saw it was back when we were covering drag racing. And it's not a pretty sight when they have that happen over there either.
And Kurt took a hard lick also.
He's walking under his own power. But right now, Elliott Sadler, we have a red flag situation as Elliott did climb out of the car himself, but he has laid down right on the straightaway there. And the medical crew is there already. And just think good thoughts, folks.
I feel pretty good.
What happened?
Got wrecked on the straightaway.
How did it happen?
Jimmie Johnson drove straight through us.
Okay. Thank you, Kurt. Obviously, Kurt very upset with the situation and pretty quick assertion of what happened.
Man, that was kind of my fault. Tell those guys I'm sorry. I was trying to bump draft them like you wanted me to. 10-4.
And the white flag is up. There's one lap to go.
Looks like Jimmie's going to get by Kurt Busch. Still side by side.
Boy, the position that this will put Brad Keselowski in. He's inside the top 20 with this, and then having 2 victories.
He's still got a long way to go, though. He's got to go through the tunnel turn and turn 3.
Yeah, but I like my chance with him. See Kurt Busch fighting back with Jimmie here. They touch coming down the back straightaway.
That could get ugly.
It's getting ugly.
It's getting ugly. Wow, that's a high-speed part of the racetrack to be doing that.
Maybe a crossover move coming right here. Yep. Or into the rear bumper, one of the two. See Jimmie's car smoking.
Maybe he's got a little fender damage in on a tire. While up front, the story of this one is going to be the young man who came back from a terrible crash on Wednesday of this week and has gutted out a win at Pocono Raceway as Kyle Busch tries off the final corner. He'll come up 1 spot short. How about Brad Keselowski winning at Pocono?
Wow, that's impressive. See Kurt Busch able to hang on for that 3rd spot over Jimmie Johnson. These two drivers still arguing over space.
Yeah, Jimmie's going like, hey.
I suspect they'll discuss it when they come back around to the pit lane.
Yeah, they're going at it hard. A few beat up fenders.
If physical actions inside the race car mean anything, Jimmie Johnson looks a good bit agitated.
Yes, I think he is. He can't get this stuff off quick enough to get out and have a little conversation.
All right, quick look at the action between these two in the last lap.
All right, guys, good job. Good job on pit road. Jimmie, you did a good job on the track today, man. Sorry. We'll get these cars figured out sooner or later. Did a good job.
We did see this coming.
I don't think there was any doubt. And I'm pretty sure that they're not agreeing on what took place back there. Yeah, when you came down, I went up. Heard that. Who's going to get the last word?
Certainly agreeing to disagree there.
Well, this isn't the first time these drivers have had a disagreement about who ran into who.
Crew members trying to intervene there and say, okay.
of conversation there with Kurt and what the message was you were trying to deliver?
More like a lot of yelling. I mean, I worked him over for 10 or 15 laps and had the opportunity to screw him up in the center of the turn, had the opportunity to run into him, never did it. And then off of 2, he claims I turned down on him off of 2, and I don't have a clue. He ran over me on the corner exit, and that's where it all started. So we'll figure it out.
Throughout the course of the race, as you stalked him, did you feel like now in hindsight that maybe you should have handled it differently?
No, I mean, I'm not going to run people over to pass him. That's just not me. And I worked on him for however many laps, trying to get by him clean, fair and square. And then as I got next to him, we had that issue up off of 2. So, just keep filing things away. Remember this stuff. There's a couple other guys out there that have been pushing the luck too.
We were fast on a fresh racetrack, and then we'd fade. Racing hard with Jimmie at the end. I was racing him flat out. You want to race? Let's race. I didn't know we were supposed to pull over when it came down to 5 to go. Man, I raced him hard, raced him smart, raced him clean, and he wants to come over here and bitch about it. So, hey, he came off the turn and did a jab to me left. I did a jab back to the right. It's just as clean as I've ever seen it. Why can't we race each other like this and put on a show for the fans and not have a problem with it? I don't know.
Will this carry forward to the chase, Kurt?
It always does with the 48 and the 22.
It's been the first time all night that they've really felt like that's been a handling issue that's detrimental to him, and he gets caught in the back end and into the wall.
Johnson in trouble. Montoya also goes around. Caution number 10.
2 more, you can start the roll. You can, clear.
He locked up the brakes. Yeah, his car was loose getting down in there. He tried to drive it in and just locked up the front tires. That just slid up into the 48. And you saw Montoya there in the aftermath. It's okay. Kurt just charged the corner a little bit too hard, locked the front wheels up, and shot the front end straight up into Jimmie. Sideways to get to it. He had to work hard to get there. Took some talent. He's a 5-time champ. Oh, this will be an interesting picture.
Clear.
Not quite. The throttle could have hung.
Agent.
So, Newton's law, an action and an equal and opposite reaction.
Really a good, hard-fought battle. That debris from that early caution cut our right rear tire, and yeah, we were lucky to obtain a yellow while we were sitting there limping around. So to fight back from that and to be in good position all night, we had a top 5 car with our Shell Pennzoil Dodge. Last 2 races to be running strong and to be up front, this is what we need for the next 10 weeks. But it's all a tribute to the guys giving me good pit stops, and we're making good adjustments on the car as we run.
A couple of contacts between you and 5-time champion Jimmie Johnson. What was going on there, Kurt?
We raced down into turn 1, and I locked up the left front trying to avoid him. But when he came back to us, you could see it coming. That's not something you see from Jimmie Johnson every day. So I know we're in his head. And if we're going to race this way, he's got to worry that there's 10 other guys in this chase, not just the 22.
Does this carry forward to the chase?
I'm good with where we are. We raced hard. We've got good cars that are not too terribly wrecked, but he's got to learn to race. He's been able to beat guys the last 5 years just by out driving them with what he has for equipment. If he wants to switch equipment, let's see what we can do. But I'm going to beat him fair and square with my Penske Dodge.
Okay. I got to run over going into 1, so you're going to spin me out, I'm going to spin you out. Just part of it. So I'm sure I'll go find him and talk to him, and he'll run his mouth, and we'll go from there. So we'll see what happens. But I've worked very hard to not have any contact with him, and even the Pocono thing, I made a move to break the draft. I didn't touch his car. He instigated and ran over the side of me. So if he can stop running into my low Chevrolet, everything will be just fine.
Do you think it's going to be over from here on out in the chase?
We'll see. Time will tell. It's in his hands. I didn't do anything until he ran me over. I passed him 2 or 3 times tonight without touching him, and then he ran me over going into 1. So it is what it is. But I'm very excited for this Lowe's Impala. Our car, granted, we had our issues with getting turned around there, but we had a very strong race car start of the race tonight. It was running the top 4 or 5, and it's unfortunate we couldn't finish where we were supposed to tonight. But we'll go to Chicago and have a good race.
What's going to happen now when the chase starting between you and Kurt Busch?
Well, I mean, just get right down to the point, really.
hopefully he'll stop running into my race car and everything will be fine.